What's up, guys? This is my client, Shelly, with the Disco Witch Brewery. Super exciting. We're doing this awesome build out. Let's check it out. So Shelly originally reached out to me from an architect friend that I have. They follow me on Instagram, and so next thing you know, we started texting back and forth, and then we're in the design process, and we just kind of kept it moving. And so we got some plumbing rough going, and we're super excited about this whole process. So
yeah, it's been really, really easy. Everybody has made it really easy and really fun.
Yeah.
It's quite the dream for me to watch it to come together.
Yeah.
We started with the design process, which was a little challenging for me. Now I understand a lot more about it. There's a lot of due diligence you have to do before you decide you want to design a brewery.
It's like, well, what do you want? You know?
Right, what do you want? Well, and it's what do you want and what do they allow?
Right.
So there are two things that you have to have professionals involved to help mingle those two visions so that I'm happy, my customers are happy, the county is happy. And that's where it's really important to make sure that you're working with contractors and architects who are really well versed in how all of those things go. We needed to figure out, we have to pick out lights, we have to pick out colors, we have to pick out surfaces, there's so many things, and everything kind of affects everything else. So you really need a good team to work with so they can go, that won't work. And
Shelly really came with a lot of good stuff originally, but I think we kind of helped just plug in the pieces as far as finishes and colors. That's not going to work, but this will work. And don't forget, we need floor drains over here, and then antimicrobial or whatever, different things for the brewery. So we're going to do that with the
and you save a lot of money when you have experts that can say, you might want to rethink that.
Yeah. So right before we even had the official permit approval, we actually came in here and started doing some concrete cutting.
Yes.
And then once we did the concrete cutting, we did the plumbing rough. So once the plumbing rough is done, we can do our termite spray. Of course, get all that inspected. So you don't concrete it, then it's not inspected, then you have to rip it all out. So obviously we have that order of operations going. And are you happy with the location of the floor drains?
I am. They look lovely. And yes, in this pipe, it is really nice.
It's a nice pipe. So this is currently a 1-hour fire rated wall. We added some outlets in here, as you can see, but we have to make it a 2-hour fire rated wall. So we're gonna add another layer of 5/8 sheetrock, tape that, mud it, fire caulk it, and then
we turn it into brick. So we're gonna have the wall all the way up, and about 50 feet back is gonna be all of this brick face. So it's gonna give it some real classy features.
Floor to ceiling and all the way down to this new wall that we're gonna add for the restroom. So people are gonna be peeing a lot, so we're gonna add a wall here, a couple walls, for 2 new bathrooms.
Yep.
Right, that was actually your idea.
Right, we originally were gonna go with 2 total, the 1 existing and 1 new one. But then I realized that when you're drinking beer, no one wants to stand in line at the bathroom. So we're gonna throw another one in there to make sure everybody's comfortable.
Perfect. So you guys have seen the tap room.
Now let's go over to the brew house side.
Because this is 2 spaces. So this is the other side of the space. Right here, we're gonna have a storefront glass window and double doors coming through.
Right.
So, and then what's gonna happen over here?
Inside here in the brew house, we have all of our stainless steel brewing equipment. So we'll have fermenting vessels, we'll have mash tuns, we'll have brew kettles. All of the pretty stuff is gonna be right here so that you can see it from the taproom side through the new window.
Because right now, the walls aren't the pretty aspect of this project. And they're like that because we just added these trench drains, and we're in here with all of our concrete saws and slinging concrete everywhere. But now we have trench drains for the brew house.
I'm excited.
Yeah. The brew house is gonna be hot. It's gonna produce a lot of heat. So, there was the landlord who didn't really want to puncture the roof at adding line sets and exhaust and blah, blah, blah. So what we're gonna do is add mini splits into the room to keep everything cool. And speaking of cool, where are we standing right now?
Yeah, we're standing in our walk-in coolers. So we have an 8-foot by 25-foot walk-in that's gonna go in this space. Goes up 8 feet. And we're gonna tap right through this wall, which used to be the old firewall. We're gonna tap right through it, so our tap lines are only gonna be about 6 to 7 feet long, which makes it really easy to clean, keep everything sanitized. Everything stays in here. We stack our kegs 3 high on special racks.
It's perfect. And this doesn't have to be a firewall because these two spaces are now becoming one. This was a bathroom on this side, but we don't need a bathroom on this side because it's, again, all one space. So this is going to be the mop room.
This space right here is going to be our kitchen. We have a very small kitchen over here where all this plumbing is exposed. Is going to be our triple sink, hand sink. We're going to have stainless steel tables. We have a new walk-in that's going to be going over through the wall behind you. A door that goes into our tap room, so we'll be able to serve pressed sandwiches, some hot dogs, some specialty stuff. And we're gonna have some desserts from one of our neighbors next door.
Do you have any tips for like other restaurant business owners that wanna, what's one tip that you'd give to someone trying to do what you're doing?
Learn how to cook first. Kitchens are really challenging because there are so many different pieces of equipment. You really need to set what your menu is going to be first because you might not need that fryer, you might not need that big huge oven, and that means you don't need the hood that goes with it. So I think it's really important to set your menu first to make sure that it's something doable, make sure that you know how much space you need for all of the products you need to make those items. How much walk-in space you need. Do you need a freezer? Do you need, what kind of a cooking oven do you need?
So we are completely stoked. I think Shelly probably just one notch above me because it's yours.
I'm so excited.
I'm also very excited to be able to build it for you.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on the concrete to cure. We have the permit, everything's approved. We have the, the final plan. Just waiting on the concrete, then we can just start moving with the rest of the project. It's gonna kind of fall into place like dominoes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm excited to see it happen.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you as a client, and then I'll be your client when I buy beer.
I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, well, like, comment, subscribe. They can find you in Yulee, above Jacksonville in Yulee.
Yep.
What roads again?
At the corner of Black Rock Road and State Road 200, which is also A1A. You have to pass by us to get onto Amelia Island. You have to pass by us to get off of Amelia Island.
Right, so might as well grab a beer if you're going to go to Amelia
stop.
Island. Yeah. All right, click the like button. I'm serious. All right, see ya.